I already did a live video on my main channel already with a India Sports Grand Slam Tennis 2 career mode, but I decided to do my first episode of the YouTuber Sports Gaming Podcast. This is a new podcast show I'm going to do once a week on my channel. It'll be on Tuesdays, so it's not going to change nights or change days. It's just going to be on Tuesday every week. So we'll have one today, and then we'll have one on the 28th, and then our first one in October will be the 5th. And then we have the 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th in October. And then when we get to November, I will explain a little more about the show. Basically, we're going to talk about all the sports gaming stuff we got come up on the channel, any new games coming up, and what my thoughts are on the new games coming up, and any new content you may see on this channel. It's going to be all sports gaming. Only podcast. I'm thinking about doing one for my secondary channel. Again, there's really not much to go over. All the games that I'm going to have on my channel, I released a scheduled video for that, so that's only going to be the only non-specific game show gaming video that's going to be on that channel, but it's going to be about game show gaming content. So if you have not checked my secondary channel and my the YouTuber gaming game show gaming channel, be sure you check that out. And also, if you have not subscribed, be sure you subscribe. Give this video a like. And remember, there's other great content on this channel. So let's get started with the podcast after that lengthy intro. These intros aren't going to be as long as just this first episode will be this way. This second episode won't be this way. When it comes to next week's show, or podcast. So, what I did is I did the PS4 background thing for Share Factor, typed it up the YouTuber Sports Gaming Podcast, put my profile picture up there above it. It looks all nice. So that's how it's going to look the entire time that we do the podcast. So this new content on my channel, there's several new content. Some of you already would have seen on your channel. Hopefully you will. If you have not seen it, you can go check it out now. And that is the EA Sports Grand Slam Tennis 2 stuff. We are doing career mode right now. We will have some custom tournaments and some play now as well. But mainly that is going to be career mode. More career mode driven than any of the other modes in the game, but we will have other modes in the game shown on the channel. Just majority of the time will be career mode with that. Also, we will have more college football coming up on this channel as well. We will have college football returning to the channel next week, so the end of September we will have. We are going to have some games that may be accurate for that upcoming week, but we're going to have a lot of what matchups I like to show you. Plus Dynasty mode with the North Dakota State Bison, and we will also do a Coastal Carolina Dynasty mode as well as any of the other. We'll do all the teams that were FCS and now FBS, which are as follows: Liberty, Coastal Carolina, Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, I have the list here. Let me look here. See here. Yeah, here it is. Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Charlotte, Coastal Carolina, Liberty. We will also do ones for some FCS teams, including that will be taking FCS teams and turning them to FBS teams, and those two only two that we had to get from Team Builder were Central Arkansas and North Dakota State. The only other one that they were an FBS team, now FCS, now back to FBS Dynasty mode. So it's kind of like they were FBS, then they're FCS currently in real life, then we're making them FBS again. And that is Idaho. Then there's two Division II teams that we will be doing, which is UCO and SNU, which is Southern Nazarene University. And then we will, when we do these set of ones, Liberty, we'll have one for Liberty, one for Coastal Carolina, one for Charlotte, one for Georgia Southern, one for Appalachian State, one for UCO, one for SNU, one for Central Arkansas, and one for North Dakota State, and one for Idaho. Idaho is the only FCS team that is by default in State Level 14 because they, again, when the game came out, was an FBS team. So, but other than those ones, so either you don't take Idaho out or you replace Idaho with those teams that I mentioned: North Dakota State, Central Arkansas, Georgia Southern, Appalachian State, UCO, SNU, Charlotte, Coastal Carolina, and Liberty. We will replace, and then you replace the default Georgia State team with the Team Builder Georgia State, as well as Tulane and Oklahoma, just so you get the updated uniforms for Georgia State, Tulane, and the alternate uniforms for Oklahoma. Also gives you a outdoor stadium for Georgia State and Tulane, even though it's not their actual outdoor stadium. They're both actually using Middle Tennessee State Stadium there. But it'll have the Georgia State field and the Tulane field there. And the fans will have the colors and so on and so forth. SNU, their stadium used in the game is University of Louisiana Monroe. UCO, however, I don't know. I haven't played at their stadium. I don't even know about Appalachian State or Georgia Southern or Charlotte or Coastal Carolina or Liberty. To know what theirs are. For Central Arkansas, I did one off recording that was against Arkansas State, and that one I really couldn't tell what stadium it was. And then North Dakota State, there, since they are in a dome stadium in real life, the Fargo Dome, the stadium in the game that they're in is one of the few indoor stadiums there's not Idaho, but the Alamo Dome, which hosts the Alamo Bowl and UTSA, and of course in Team Builder, North Dakota State. But we'll find out where these stadiums are, what actual stadium that they're using for some of these teams when we do Dynasty mode for our home games. So we'll have that coming up. We'll have more Madden, franchise mode, play now, face the franchise. We'll do franchise, face the franchise, play now. As well. NBA, we are going to take a break from it until December. We will start a season in December. It'll be a shortened No, it won't be shortened. We'll have a normal NBA season. It just will start in December, kind of like it did last year in real life. It just ours will be starting later than the real life one. We may or may not do some more 2K21 before we move on to NBA 2K22. We'll probably get that going in December since we are busy with tennis videos and the football for Madden and whatever. NHL, we will be doing starting also in December because the football college at least will start to transition into bowl games by December, as well as wind down the regular season for Madden for the franchise mode, and we're behind in the franchise mode. We need to do week 1 and 2 before we do week 3, so we'll probably do that sometime soon because we got the week 3 Monday night game between Dallas and I want to say Carolina, but I could be wrong because it's based off the regular schedule. So we'll look at the schedule when we get into that in Madden. So coming up tomorrow, we'll have college. College one will start next week. We will be doing only Grand Slam Tennis 2. The rest of the week we only have, this is what, Tuesday, we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for tennis. Weekends, we won't have any more videos for the year, and from here on out, all of our videos will be Monday through Friday. If we may do tennis and college football in the same week, so you'll see 2 videos per day. And if we're doing Madden and say, then we will take a break from for tennis for those certain days. But the rest of the time, it will be just for until December. We'll be taking a break from NBA and NHL until December. College basketball, however, will be beginning up again. We'll begin that with NCAA Basketball 10 on. We'll start that in November, because I think that's when the season starts. Let me look and see if that's. See if that is when college basketball starts. Let's see here. Yeah. So November 9th will be when we have our first NCAA basketball game on my channel for NCAA Basketball 10, and then that'll run from November 9th through March 6th. And then you'll have the March Madness tournament there. So we're gonna have a dynasty season with Oklahoma State, as well as another team to be determined. As well, since there's no team builder teams, it'll be teams that are within the game by default, and there's a lot. So that makes up for not having team builder, to have a lot of smaller schools like Boston University, ORU, and schools like that. I don't know about Coastal Carolina. I know they're in the NCAA College Hoops 2K7 game, but NCAA Basketball 10, I don't think they are. I'll have to double check to see if they are or not. If we want to do Coastal Carolina, we'll do it in College Hoops, or NCAA College Hoops 2K7. But that's going to be a little bit before we do that, because I need to get a new copy of that game. Because mine is scratched and it won't read this, so I'll have to wait on to get a new copy for that, or a replacement copy for that. So, we'll be the NCAA basketball when we start in November. We will be doing that, so we'll add that to the list along with football and with both football, college, and pro football and tennis. Tennis is kind of will take about once the season ends, we'll take about a week or two or so, and then we'll start the new tennis season there. College baseball with MVP 06 NCAA baseball. We will be starting that when the baseball season starts, and that will be in February 19th. So, because the majority of them start on the 19th for most conferences. And we'll have a dynasty season with Oklahoma State as well as another team. We'll do 2 dynasty modes, one with Oklahoma State and then the other. Also, I forgot to mention we'll do dynasty season for Oklahoma State as well, with it being the conference realignment. What it look like with conference realignment with UCF and Houston, Cincinnati, and BYU all in the mid-12. We'll see what that season would look like there in a simulated dynasty mode. We can find out what it would be like because of conference realignment and realigning. In NCAA Football 14, you can do that. So, college baseball, college basketball, and college football. That's it for the actual college sports games. There are some stuff that we'll do for college that we'll have to improvise on, and that would be hockey. With Create Team in NHL, we can do college hockey there. Lacrosse with Create Team and Download Teams. That's how you do college lacrosse. College tennis will use Grand Slam because you can create tournaments and players there, or use the players in the game. So, yeah. So that's how we do those ones that don't have a game with them, which is lacrosse, tennis, and hockey. Don't have a game, but we have a game that we can use in for college. The NHL game for hockey, the Grand Slam tennis too for tennis, and there's a lacrosse game that I have that will be for lacrosse. The golf. That golf really didn't take well to the channel. I will try again next year, but we may or may not do that. So just a heads up there. We may or may not do that. It's just not. It's not a definite that I would do it, and it's not a definite I wouldn't do it. So it's kind of up in the air there on that. Well, that is going to do it for this podcast, for the sports gaming podcast on what content is coming up and what we got of new content we got coming up. We also talked about with the basketball. Next podcast we'll talk about what can we expect from the new. I'm looking forward to about NBA 2K and NHL 22 and NBA 2K22, as well as in the spring when we have it'll be the show 23. Sorry, 22. So and also Arena Football. We have Arena Football. That'll be in the spring as well. We'll just have one mega league for that. There won't be multiple leagues for that. We may even do a what if college football had Arena Football League. We may do that as well as kind of a fun league, as well as the fun NBA league as well. So yeah, that'll do it for me until next week, which is the 27th, will be the next podcast for the YouTuber Sports Gaming channel. So this has been episode 1 of the YouTuber Sports Gaming podcast. Until next week for episode number 2 of the YouTuber Sports Gaming podcast on the YouTuber Sports Gaming channel. This is the YouTuber signing off. Until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.